Have you ever wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought a share, then share prices started to drop. Is it because that the market doesn't like you? How do we overcome this situation then? M+Wiz, which alerts on potential entry for trending stocks, might do the trick for you. Is that all for the Wiz feature? Not at all. To find out more, please visit us at mplusonline.com/wiz. Have you ever wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought a share, then share prices started to drop. Is it because that the market doesn't like you? How do we overcome this situation then? M+ Wiz, which alerts on potential entry for trending stocks, might do the trick for you. Is that all for the Wiz feature? Not at all. To find out more, please visit us at mplusonline.com/wiz. Have you ever wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought a share, then share prices started to drop. Is it because that the market doesn't like you? How do we overcome this situation then? M+ Wiz, which alerts on potential entry for trending stocks, might do the trick for you. Is that all for the Wiz feature? Not at all. To find out more, please visit us at mplusonline.com/wiz.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, this LK here with you guys today. Okay, it's time for our Monday weekly market outlook again. All right. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. So before we start the section for today, just would like to do a really quick sound check. Okay. So if you're able to listen or hear me clearly, would really appreciate if you can just type okay or clear under the comment. Okay, then we shall gonna start our section for today. Okay, so for those who are just joined, all right, good afternoon. Okay, all right. If we look into our local market today, we can see today, despite that, for all right, okay, thank you, Roku and Tolia. Okay, right. Okay, so despite that, we are seeing a little bit bullish on last week markets. Okay, on the US Dow Jones. Okay, US market, we are actually seeing our region market is not as performing as what many might be expecting. Okay, if we look into what happened on last Friday, we are seeing the US side actually up is almost actually more than 1% for most of the major indexes. But if we look into the index futures, okay, if we look into the index futures, since this morning we have been seeing retrace and also some profit taking on across all these global indexes, like including US indexes, and also we are also seeing some selling down across the regional, like Japan, like Hong Kong, all this. Okay, so don't be afraid, we are not the only one that's dropping. Okay, yeah. So what happened today is if we look into our volume wise, okay, our volume for the morning we are seeing standing at somewhere around near to 1 billion, while the value trade transacted is about like half of it. So we can see the actively trading is still more towards penny stocks with an average of 50 cents, and also gainers wise, we only have nearly coming near to 200s, and also selling down coming to 600 counters. Okay, so if we look into the indexes, we can see most of the counters, they are in most of the sectors, they are in red. Okay, except for healthcare. Okay, it's just briefly up a little bit at 0.11%, while those that affected a lot, it will be technology. Okay, we can see technology is down by 1.66%, energy as well, and also property. Okay, why is it so? Okay, if you realize some of the news that were being released and also mentioned across the weekend, we are actually seeing some of the famous and also some of famous chip makers like Micron, like MDD actually have signaled waning demand. Okay, and they also have been reducing their targets. Okay, for their targets forecast. Okay, for the expected revenue, because they are seeing the demand has been slowing down due to the inflation squeezing the spending. Okay, so that actually will creates a negative and also more towards downside towards our technology counters. So despite that, we are seeing the US stocks has been performing on Friday, but due to one of the news that actually dragging down the sentiment and also the trading interest on technology, because once all these chip makers, they have been reducing their revenue, forecasted revenue, all this, we will be expect that our sites or for all these semiconductors companies, OEMs, the orders will be follow through and go lower, also getting slower, and hence people are pricing in right now at this moment. Okay, so besides technology, we also are seeing energy. Okay, I believe all of you guys are quite aware of the energy price has been really volatile recently. Okay, and some of the significance and also active trading counters like Hingyuan, like Petron M, Hibiscus, all these things has been undergoing strong selling pressure. if we look into the chart of Heng Yuan, we can see that after recent selling down, although it has attempt to make and rebound from the supports around 4 ringgit 20 cents to 5 ringgit 20 cents, that's a 1 ringgit rebound, but we still seeing the Heng Yuan still capped at the below 220 EMA, 20 moving average, and continue selling down lower. Okay, so what happened right here is they are worries on the slowing in the economies. Okay, because once the economy slowing down, we are seeing the demands all this for the crude, for the oil, it will slow down as well. But not only that, we are also seeing the the um the geopolitical issue on the Libya side, and of course not to forget about the Russia and also the Ukraine continue to pressure. Okay, so with all this issue happening, we are still seeing more towards a bearish view on the crude. Okay, so if we look into the UK oil charts, okay, the Brent crude oil, we are seeing it is more towards consolidation, but we are seeing bearish signals happening at 123 and 120, and more. There are still downsides to pressure lower to slightly to 100 ringgit, $100 support levels. Okay, so with this potential downsides to the support of $100, so the energy sectors, it is likely to stay weak at this moment. Okay, so if we look into the energy, it is trading towards the support, but if we are looking more downsides on the crude price, we might see even selling down. Okay, although it's really at the support area. Okay, it might come to 631 at or even lower. Okay, as the global demands might be slowing down due to the slowing economy. Okay, yeah, but one thing that we need to also put a close monitoring is the China side might pick up. Okay, so if China side economy able to pick up after all this after the border, once the border reopens, okay, and also the economic activities pick up in China side, and that could lend some support to the oil price. Okay, and if we look into another one, will be property. Okay, a property is under a very strong selling pressure as well, given that one of the key events that we are expecting this week, it will be the potential OPR rate hikes happening. Okay, so I believe everyone in the market are monitoring very closely on how the Bank Negara gonna outplay these events that gonna happen this week, and there are a lot of rumors and also analysis anticipation what gonna happen. Okay, following a very aggressive rate hike in the US, in the markets widely expecting that our Bank Negara Malaysia, we will speed up the rate of increasing the rate, and expecting we will increase 0.5 percent or 50 basis point by this year, expecting 0.25 in July, which is this week, and also another 0.5 in September. So if we are seeing anything beyond that, okay, anything beyond that, which if Bank Negara Malaysia increase more than 0.25 this week, then we might see some panic or knee-jerk reaction in the markets today, for this week. Yeah. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to be really be aware of, and also monitor very closely on the events, on the issue. Okay, so for the OPR rates, we are expecting tentatively we are expecting it to be announced by the afternoon on the Wednesday. Okay, so do monitor closely on how it gonna play out this week. Okay, and because in anticipation of a higher interest rate, that might cause the buying interest for the property to get slower, and hence we are seeing that also brings some selling pressure on the property sector as well. Okay, and if we look into our local benchmark index, FPMKLCI, we can see that at this moment we are trading below the major levels of 1480. Okay, 1480, and there are more downward space to go until as low as 1365 or 1380 levels. Okay, and what we are seeing right here, what's happening right here, it is just come in line with what we were expecting 2 weeks ago, whereby we were expecting that further selling pressure after the break of 1480, and it might have some rebound, but it's likely to continue to trend lower. Okay, so what happened right now is we are seeing the continuous selling happening, the pullback, and it might continue to just go lower in this way. Okay, so for those who are still actively in the market, I believe you guys are. Okay, since you guys still willing to spend time to listen and listen to the market analysis from us, and thank you very much for the support. Okay, what you really want to do is right now is you might really want to reduce your trading size and also stick towards short-term trading. Don't be greedy. Once you in, you see money, just get out and put the money into your pocket. Okay, because in such a weaker sentiment like right now, what might be happened is the profit, it might just come it might just come and appear for 2-3 days, and if you don't take it, then we might see the retracement or the pullback. The price movement, it might be in zigzag rather than a very strong trend upwards. Yeah. Okay, so remember, we want to be more conservative when the market is going into a downward trend. Okay, so what we are doing is trading on the retracement. Hence, during this period of time, we really want to be more conservative, looking for safety, and also see money, take money kind of approach. Okay, so for those who are a little bit more defensive, okay, for those who are a little bit more defensive and you are looking into rates or this, okay, one thing that I came across and you guys might want to be aware, careful a little bit, is there are some signals and also some reports that the number of rentals, some of the business, they have quick rents on the malls, all this, so that might affect the REITs business for all this small business, their rental income as well. Yeah. Okay, so if for some of you that are switching portfolio to REITs, this is some of the thing that you need to monitor very closely, and might even want to do some on-site inspections to see how the malls or the office towers they have been running, if there is any quick rental or this. Okay, so if we look into some of the healthcare counters, okay, today, although we are seeing some of the healthcare counters rebound, okay, if we look into some of the counters like Top Glove, okay, the chart, never mind, we can use the chart over right here. Okay, some of the healthcare counters like Top Glove, all this, okay, we are actually still seeing they are still going on a downwards. Okay, for in fact for Top Glove, they are still under selling pressure today, and some of the counters that has been moving higher for today is like Apex Healthcare. You can see Apex Healthcare has rebounded, but for the trend wise, we are still seeing it is below the 20 days moving average. Okay, it's very obvious that Apex Healthcare is still going on a downtrend. Hence, trading on the downtrend, it could be just merely a technical rebound. Okay, similarly on Hartalega. Okay, On Hartalega, we can see it's just a very small rebound. And right over here, we are seeing a potential hangman signal, which is a bearish signal that might continue to pressure lower and break below the 2 ringgit 57 cents. Okay, due to an anticipation of a weakening SP for the glove, and also the demand as might not be as strong as what we were seeing for the past few quarters. All right. Okay. So if since we are talking about the OPR rates, banking, all this thing. So how about the banking stocks that we are seeing? Okay. So if we go through some of the major banking counters, okay, like for example Maybank, we are actually many of these banking counters, they are forming a topish, and rather than selling downwards kind of formation. For Maybank wise, we can see Maybank has a triple top at 9 ringgit 10 cents and broke below the midpoint of 8 ringgit 76 cents. And at this moment, we are not yet seeing any reversal signal, or instead, if it break below 8 ringgit 50 cent, we will see a potential triple bottom, triple top selling down towards the target of 8 ringgit 26 cents. So during this kind of environment, we might really want to be picky and also pick our stocks correctly. Okay, to be avoid being caught. Okay, so for public bank wise, we can see it's a very simple. We just put on the 30 days moving average, and we can see public bank is also trending lower. And if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember, M Bank is the only one that still going on uptrend. Okay, we can see M Bank is still holding really well at above 370 cents, and on Friday it was bullish engulfing, and it might point to break higher above 387 cents. And why M Bank is different from the M Maybank and also Public Bank, one of the reasons I believe is because it might be supported on the recent news and announcement that its intention to sell the insurance arm has been approved. Okay, so the interest for this counter is still supported and also continue to trend higher at this moment. Okay, so if we look into CMB, and personally for trading wise, I do I do like CMB with active trading and also fast reactive price movement. For CMB will be one of my favorite counters to look at for short-term trading for this week for the OPR. If I'm an OPR, if there's any search in the trading interest in the banking counters, I will be preferred to look into MBank, and also the next one will be CMB, whereby we are seeing CMB is actually forming a potential short-term bottoming at 4.88 ringgit and trying to term outwards. Okay, so if we see a rebreak and firmly above 5 ringgit 05, 5 ringgit 06, we might see CMB to retest 5 ringgit 20 cents in short term, or even towards 5 ringgit 25 to 20, 5 ringgit 30 cents area. Okay, other than that, if we look into Affin, okay, if we look into Affin have some buying pressure, try to rebound, but at this moment is still going uh going from the bottom from 1.85 cents and still going on a downtrend. Okay, so this more towards a technical rebound, and it's likely to cap at 1.94 cents area. And another one will be Alliance Bank. Alliance Bank is a technical rebound as well. Okay, we are seeing a reversal signal happening today, and in short term, we might see rebound to 30 cents area or even higher if trading interest on the banking stocks comes in. Okay, so if we put in indicator like RSI, okay, for some of you that have been using buying on the oversold, it is today is actually the first day where the Alliance Bank has rebounding get away from the oversold region. Okay, so this is a double rejection from the oversold level, and it's a candlestick oversold rebound reversal signal. So trading on ABNB is quite convincing at this for this week. Okay, coupled with the catalyst from the OPL. So you might want to, if you are interested, you can look into ABNB as well. Okay, for the banking sector. Okay, um, other than that, if we looking into some other financial related counters, I would say that we might look into some counters like Papa Jack. Okay, Papa Jack, we are seeing Papa Jack has been forming a short-term rebound, short-term bottoming signal, rebounding from 45 cents and all the way to 52 cents level today. Okay, Friday it was a good break at 49 cents, and today it followed through to 52 cents, and the selling emerge. Okay, as it approaching the resistance block at 51.5 cents to 55 cents. Okay, but um, take, taking but looking that the economy has been slowing down, and some they has been suffering on the increase of the interest rate. Okay, they might switch into alternative for the financing institution like Papa Jack, like Aeon Credit, like RC Cap, all this, and these are some of the counters we can look into as well. If we are anticipating that the OPR rate gonna increase, and they might be benefit from it. Okay, so for those who are looking for trading on the Papa Jack, you might look into the support at 47 cents. If you see it able to hold well above 47 cents and rebound maybe to 48 and a half, and that could be a rebound entry point for you. Okay, so if we look into Aeon Credit wise, we are seeing Aeon Credit has been attempting to rebound as it approaching to the rate decision this week. Okay, and today it was a pullback. But similarly for Aeon Credit, if it able to hold above 13.50 cents area and we break higher, then we are actually seeing a higher low and also breaking high of 13.8788 cents, 14 ringgit area. Okay, so another one, RCE Capital wise, we can see it's very similar to the how the AU credits is performing. Okay, is performing, and also we are seeing the rebound above the 1 ringgit 65 cents. So for RC Capital, if you're interested, you can look into the support above 1 ringgit 63 to 65 cents, and it might rebound back to 1 ringgit 75 cents area for RC Capital. Okay, so financial sector is one of the key sector that I think worth looking at this week. Okay, as for, okay, I see Hanson is asking about Hong Leong Capital. Since we are in this industry, let's look into Hong Leong Capital as well. Okay, for Hong Leong Capital, we are seeing a further selling pressure downwards, and it has been trending lower. Okay, so from what, if I'm not mistaken wrongly, Hong Leong Capital has been focusing on the brokerage business, and with the reason slowing down in the trading volume, we can see on average right now the trading volume has been it used to peak gone as high as 5 billion, and right now it's at 1.8 to 2 billion plus every day. We are seeing the broking business is likely to be affected as well. Hence, we are seeing our Hong Leong Capital is trading lower as well. Okay, so at this moment, it is approaching near to the low. Okay, to the low after the resumption of the trading. Okay, and it might get lower if the trading volume and also the trading interest gets lower. Okay, all right. So if we besides the financial sector, what other sector that might worth looking at this week is, for me, I would be also paying putting an eye on the plantation. Okay, if we look into some of the major one like Sime Plantation, okay, we are seeing Simon Darby Plantation has, despite the recent rebound, it has been kept near 4 ringgit 50 cents and continue to stay pressure. Okay, so what's happening right now is plantation sector is likely to stay pressure, especially after the Indonesia has proposed to raise the palm oil export quotas last Friday due to they are having excessive palm oil inventories. Okay, and also one thing that has been actively discussed in the market is also some of the palm oil mills has temporarily halted the productions following the plunge in the CPO price because they are losing about at least 150,000 for every 100 uh, MT of CPO produced based on the current price. So what happening right now is they will need to buy the FFB based on the average price from the MPOB, but they have to sell the oil produced, the CPO produced based on the the daily CPO price. Okay, so with the such a high production cost, they are actually losing money rather than making. Okay, so after it would affect the trading interest and also further selling down on the plantation counter. So for those who have been actively trading on plantation counters since the rally of end of last year until beginning of this year, you might really want to consider to reduce your exposure on plantation counters and only trade for the technical rebound if there's any significant news release. All right. Okay. So I believe many also very curious about if it is time to buy Tenaga. Okay. So if we look into the TNB price, we can see TNB price continue to um, making the continue to trade lower. Is making the almost near to 10 years low. Okay, in 2012 is around 5 ringgit 90 cents plus, and right now it's already at 7 ringgit 90 cents. Okay, and the highest that we ever seen in 2018 is about 16 ringgit. Okay, so right now we are seeing the Nugget TNB actually has came down more than half from the peak of 16 ringgit. Okay, yeah, so is this a safe haven or is it a defensive stock that we might want to look into? So for TNB at this moment, we can see that we might really want to follow the rules that we do not want to catch the falling knife. Okay, TNB is still having the issue on the high coal price. Okay, which gonna squeeze its margin. Okay, yeah. So this issue will continue to pressure on the TNB side and also drive the price lower. Okay, so if you want to buy TNB, at least the very first thing is you want to see the commodity price to slow down. Okay, commodity price to slow down or even go flat. Then slowly we will see the recovery in the TNB. So coal price is one of the very strong indicator that you would really want to follow and look into if you are interested to buy into TNB as defensive counters in your portfolio, or you buying it for a long term dividend counters. Okay, all right. Okay, so I can see Ganesh is asking about Hexstar. Okay, so if we look into Hexstar industry. Textile industry have some trading volume this morning. We can see there were some rebound. Okay. Uh Textile industry they has ventured into the fertilizer business, and the movement actually following the interest in and also the rising in the fertilizer price. Okay, so at this moment we are seeing that Hextile industry is well supported at the area at 30 cents area, and also it might continue to trade in range from 30 cents to 40 cents area. Okay, so one good way that to trade on Hexstar Industry, especially for all this counter that is trading on range bound, okay, is we look for this the oversold signals based on RSI, okay, and once it rebound and returning above, returning into the region, exiting the oversold region, and that could be a point for us to buy at the low, okay, with the confirmation of the rebound, and also try to sell partial or 75% near the high, okay, because remember at this moment this overall sentiment, overall trend is still on the downtrend, hence we do not want to be too greedy here. Okay, so at this moment for Hexstar Industry, we are yet to see any oversold signals. Okay, so with this technical rebound, it might rebound further. Okay, but it stands a good chance that it might continue pressure lower as well below the 31.5 cents. And given the interest for the plantations and also reasons slowing down on the commodity price and the fertilizing price also softening, we might see Hexstar Industry to continue to trade near to in the lower range rather than seeing a strong rebound to 37 to 80 cents level. Okay, so Ganesh, I would say that if you are interested in Hexstar Industry, do monitor closely, and you might want to put up RSI and also look for the signals below the going below the oversold, and when it start rebounding, and that could be a good time for you to catch into the counter. Okay, yeah. So besides Tenaga utilities as the defensive, some of the traders in the market, they might go into some of the um, consumer consumer staples. Okay, consumer staples as a defensive play at this moment, because regardless when the market is good or not, the economy is good or bad, people, for all these consumer staples, people, they still have to spend. Okay, and definitely FFB is one of the consumer counters that we can look into it. Okay, but since the day after the IPO listing, we are still seeing um, FF Farm Fresh, Berhad, FFB, they have been adjusting and trending lower rather than seeing a stronger upward move. Okay, at this time, if we look into the Farm Fresh Berhad, it is likely to, we still want to see if 1 ringgit 50 cents area, this support gonna stay strong or not. Okay, and it might just go into a range bound from 1 ringgit 50 cents to 1 ringgit 65 cents area in this zone. Okay, so Engineer Oiman, I think you do not need to be too you, I think you can be a little bit more patient and see if this 1 ringgit 50 cents support, if it able to hold, and also see the rebound from the area. Okay, and if we continue to see 1 ringgit 50 cents hold, and there's oversold signal and start rebounding, and that could be a point where you can look into some short-term buying and look at 1 ringgit 65 cents or even 1 ringgit 70 cents as an area for profit taking. Okay, and that is for a short-term trading strategy, because although it is consumer staples, it is in the consumer sectors, but no doubt we might see the slowing down in the revenue, in the sales on its milk product, especially when the price are going up, inflation is hitting on us, and they might reduce the consumption as well. Okay, and last but not least, if we look into Inson, okay, uh, okay, Inson, after the recent rights issue, the share price actually continued to stay sideways and also more towards selling down. Okay, uh, and for instance, although in during this period we are seeing some of the positive news, but with the bearish, a weak sentiment on the energy sectors, we are not seeing a strong rebound from on energy stocks. Okay, For instance wise, we are seeing is testing the 1 ringgit 90 cents or to 2 ringgit support levels, and at this point we are seeing it is approaching near the oversold level, but it's yet to dip into it. Okay, and if we look into on the technical chart, yeah, Kenny, okay, we can see that there are multiple approach to rebound for Yinsen, but it has been unsuccessful. Okay, so for this chart, we might see a potential sudden sell down on the Yinsen, and it might test towards a previous tail low at 1.83 cents. And during that time, you might see oversold signal happening on the RSI, and that could be a chance for you to catch on the rebound if it happens. Okay, and if the rebound didn't happen, then you might want to hold on a bit to see how it develop. Okay, and only until when you see slowing in this rebound signal, and also the indicator rebound back above the oversold region, then that's the time you might want to position in small for the technical rebound for Yinsen. Okay, but at this time Yinsen is still on a selling trend, and it is threatening the support of 1.90 cents. Okay, so if we look into for this week, I would say the stuff for this week, the sector, it will be the financials. Okay, it will be the financials, and it could be the financials, and also not to forget the telco. Okay, the telco with we are seeing the continuation of a 5G expansion. Okay, last Friday we are seeing active trading on 5G related counters like Opcom. Okay, the rebound and crossing above 20 days moving average. We are seeing DG has been trending higher since the merging approval, DG with Axiata merging approval, and also the DNB news. Okay, and others like Maxis is still trending lower. Okay, it's still below 20 days moving average, and also Axiata is pretty much quiet as well for the trading on the Axiata. Okay, in fact, it's more towards selling pressure. Okay, so if you are interested in telco, you might want to look into DG and Opcom at this moment, and in a longer term effect, it will be on the semiconductors and also IoT technology related counters, but that will be a prolonged effect. Okay, so other than that, besides the financials, technology is likely to continue to under pressure. Constructions wise, construction is still going on more towards a sideways mood, but in this week it could be more towards financials and also consumer products for safety, where people are trading for safety. Okay, other than that, the market is likely to stay more uncertain at this point, where we are lack of positive catalyst for a strong boost of our markets. Okay, and also for the price. Hence, we might really want to maintain a short-term trading strategy, and also be a little bit more picky in picking our stocks. Yeah. Okay, so RSI is a good tools to look at. Okay, at this moment when the market is on the selling down, trading on the rebound from oversold signals, but we really want to see money take money, and also keep the profits in our pockets. Okay, all right. Okay, so yep, that will be all for today's sharing sections, and thank you very much for joining our sections, and we will see you guys next week. All right, thank you very much. Bye bye.